Now, for you plant lovers, you are going to love Theater of the Sea. I'll tell you what, this is a botanical oasis. I see some striking orchids here that they actually grow and distribute in an array throughout this park for you to enjoy. Now, orchids, their roots are going to cling to wood baskets, wire baskets. Like here, they've got some moss. You want to take moss, fill a basket. You can use pea rock, Chattahoochee rock, lava rock in your containers. These aerial roots are going to cling to these rocks. You don't put any soil. You use bark and orchid medium, if you will, for orchids. Now, don't put an orchid in full sun. It can take direct morning light, but come late morning, afternoon, late afternoon and evening, no direct light. You take a misting bottle with a light solution, a liquid fertilizer, and you mist them. You're feeding them, you're applying moisture to them. Keep them in they love humidity, so the mist of water is dynamite. Now this is what I'm talking about. Look at this bromeliad. You know what? Easy, super easy to care for. Basic tip, water the cup. The cup is at the crown or the base of the plant. Keep water in there. Don't be watering the roots at the soil level. You're going to have some issues and problems there if you do. They store their water supply in the cup. Once the blossom is spent, you take a pair of clippers, go to the base of the crown, the bottom of the stem, and cut it horizontally, remove that spent blossom, and it will begin to sprout out a brand new blossom several weeks thereafter. This is not a cold hardy plant. Again, make sure that you keep it protected from freeze. You can containerize it, put it in a pot, take it inside when it gets freezing outside or what have you. Pool patio areas covered, put a breathable fabric over it. It should be just fine. Now, they're very inexpensive too, by the way, and you cluster them for a real awesome effect. Don't just plant one, put 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, transplant them on alternate settings. The varieties, again, are absolutely striking. And they're good focal pieces for framing end caps of a landscape bed. Put them at a base of a tree. You can hang them. Put them in the crotch of the tree where the branches come together. You can place them there and basically put them in a little pot. Take some wire, secure them in place, take some moss, put around to cover the pot they're in, and they're going to be an awesome, spectacular eye candy piece for your home garden. Now, shell ginger, one of my favorites. In fact, all the gingers are. There's variegated and non-variegated variety. Ginger likes a tropical environment now, or keep it in a greenhouse or indoors, does like high humidity. Ain't gonna take freezes, not gonna happen, no way, I'm sorry kids, ain't gonna work. Now check out these flowers. It's a full cluster pod array, and they slowly begin to evolve and burst open. Let me give you, for example, check this out. Spectacular orchid blossom, if you will. Now multiply that times 30 or 40 times is how many blossom pods are actually on a stem protruding from the main trunk. And that flower is going to stay open about a week, 10 days, and then it's going to decline. As you can see, here's some that are spent. Don't panic, you don't need to cut them, just come over here and pinch them. Now when they're spent, they're going to turn brown. See, this one's just fine. Now when it's done, it's going to get kind of gnarly looking. See, that one just fell off, but just pinch these right off. Now when the stem is left and all of the pods have been pinched off and they've blossomed, come back here to where the branch begins, and where the blossom protrudes, take your clippers and cut it right back here at the beginning, and a new blossom will form. Now, you don't use head shears, you only use hand clippers, and you selectively shape and trim ginger. If you cut it too much, kiss the flowers goodbye. As you notice, the flowers blossom on the very long, mature stems. So that's real important. You want a lot of flowers, let it get mature. Notice how full and bushy it is. Notice how tall it is. I'm 6'5". This is about 8 or 9 feet up here. So you got a pool area, you're looking for privacy, here you go. Now, these can't take direct sunlight. This is a part sun plant. Gotta have shade. But it can take bright light conditions. It just can't take that direct sun. Super easy plant. Ginger is my choice for you for privacy. Tropical paradise, I hear you, I know that's what you're after. This one's the one. Again, mix it with palm trees, all kinds of different large leafy, elephant ears, Salome, an array of palm trees. Believe me, it's gonna fill in, gonna be awesome. Your home is gonna be the talk of the town.